Good morning, boys and girls. Today is our first day in our sort number 61, and we're doing the precontinental nasals of amp and ump. And what that means is we're going to have some fun with some word endings. But first, we need to make our words. So I want you to take your paper. You know that the holes go on the left side, and the bar with the big blank area is going to the top. And then we're going to take our paper, and we are going to fold it in half. And we're going to make sure that our lines line up, and then we're going to fold it nice and tight. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the same paper and we're going to fold it in half again. And as we're folding it in half, we're going to make sure that they're lined up nicely and that our fold is nice and tight. All right, now that it's nice and tight, I want you to turn your page. And I want you to fold it. And do you see I put my thumb right here so it doesn't curl up and make some weird stuff? And I'm going to straighten it up from here to the end so it's nice and tight. And I'm going to push it down some more, make it nice and tight. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put my fingers right here so I can fold it up. I'm going to line it up nice and neat and fold it nice and tight. And the thicker it gets, the harder it gets to fold. But it's important that our folds are really tight. And I have more than 4 lines, so I need to make it one more time. So this is the hardest one. So you know you have my permission to use a little force. Go hammer it in. Go make it stick. All right. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. That means I am ready. Then you can go ahead and open it up. As you open it up carefully so that you don't disturb the fold lines. And as you can see, I have fold lines. I can see them where my paper was folded. And I'm going to take a marker or a pencil or a crayon, and you can draw your fold lines. I like to use a different color, so if I were you, I'd use a crayon. So I already did that. I need you to pause your video until your page looks like mine. When you're ready to continue, go start it again. All right, now that you've started your video, we are going to write down our words. And you know the first thing we need to write down is our headers. And you know our holes go on the left side and our headers go on the top on the blank part. I don't cut my headers apart because that makes it easier for me to find them in my bag. All right. So our first header today is going to be the word ending amp. And amp has an A-M-P. Amp. MP makes a mp. And A makes a eh. So amp. And our other header is ump. So it still has that MP, but this time it has a U in front of it. Ump. So you hear the ump, but you make the ump. All right, those are my only 2 headers this week. So I'm going to leave them just like that. And then I'm going to write down my words. And remember, we're using the 2 middle lines to write our words nice and big and nice and neat. Use your best handwriting. I'm going to start with the word camp. Camp. All right, camp. And I can see the k and my amp, and it goes into the amp column. Then I'm going to have jump. Do you like to jump? And I have my ump. Ump goes in the ump column. My next word is damp. My hair takes forever to dry. It's always damp. Damp has amp at the end. I can see it. Amp. Amp. My next word is dump. Oh, that sounds almost like the last one. I'm going to make my D. Dump. It has ump at the end. And ump goes in this column. My next word is ramp. Ramp. Have you ever driven down a ramp? It makes you go really fast. It's kind of scary sometimes. And then we have hump. I like hump day. Hump. And you can hear the ump. Goes up here. My next word is champ. You are a champ. And there's my ch digraph. Champ. Champ. See my amp at the end? Goes in this column. And my next word is lump. There was a lump where I had a bump on my head. Lump. Ooh, bump would also fit in here. Lump. And it has ump. Goes right there. My next word is pump. When you have a flat tire, you need to pump it up. Pump has ump at the end, so it goes in this column. Then I have clamp. Clamp. When there is a hole in the tube, you have to clamp it. Clamp. My next amp goes in amp. My next one is cramp. You have a cramp in your leg? That hurts like crazy. Cramp. And the cramp has amp at the end. It goes in my first column. Then I have slump. Don't slump in your seat. That'll hurt your back. Slump. And slump as the L blend and ump. So it goes in my first column. My next word is plump. I love a plump piece of cake. It means it's nice and big and juicy. Plump. And ump goes over here. Then I have stamp. Stamp. When you mail a letter through the post office, you have to put a stamp on it. And stamp has amp, so it goes in my first column. Tramp. Tramp. There's a Disney story that has the Lady and the Tramp. And tramp has amp at the end, so it goes in my amp column. My next word is stump. Stump. When you cut down a tree, you have a stump, and it has the S blend and ump. So it goes right here in my ump column. My next word is thump. Thump. When you thump something, you hit it really fast. Thump. My next word is scamp. Scamp. And scamp has amp at the end, so it goes in my amp column. And I love a good lamp. Lamp has amp at the end, and it goes over here. Then my next word is clump. Clump. Like a clump of mud. It's like sticky, lopped together. My next word is grump. Don't be a grump. Be a happy person. Grump. And grump has ump at the end, so it goes in my ump column. The last word is bump. Don't bump your head. When you bump your head, you'll get a lump on it. And both of those go into my ump column. Those are our words for today. If you are not done writing them down, just pause your video and copy the rest down. Remember to cut them out and have them ready for tomorrow so you can sort them. See you next time, my friend.